Tommy, thanks so much. The Texas Lottery Commission notified its biggest donor that it's withholding $180,000 for violating its contract agreement. The commission said the vendor, known as International Game Technology, violated the contract when it made 18 political donations. The company is now suing the commission, arguing it did not violate that contract. Our State Capitol Bureau reporter Dylan McKim is joining us now to explain more about what's happening with all of this. Dylan, welcome and thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Will. Always happy to be here.
Yes, another turn on the lottery beat for sure, but let's first explain what this company IGT does for the Lottery Commission.
I like that, the lottery beat. We should make that a whole beat for us.
You've earned that, yeah.
You know, IGT, you may not know the name IGT, but it really has a huge part in how we play the lottery here in Texas. All those machines that you go in, you know, to a 7-Eleven, a gas station, convenience store where they print out those tickets, those are owned and operated by IGT. Whenever a retailer wants to install more of those machines, they make a request with the Lottery Commission. The Lottery Commission asked IGT to go and set those up. So all that technology, all those machines, is done by IGT, and it's why it's such a big vendor for the Lottery Commission. So this was really kind of eye-popping, not only for IGT, but us to see, wow, the Lottery Commission placing sanctions and $180,000 withholding payment to IGT for these gift payments.
Yeah, that's quite the chunk of money for sure, but let's talk about what this dispute is really focusing on and why does IGT feel like it did not violate the contract agreement?
So in the contract with the Lottery Commission, it says that IGT, any of its employees, its officers, cannot donate money, make a political contribution to any, state officer or any state legislator. The IGT, the company, they argue that they didn't make any donations to any individual person. They made their contributions, these payments, these gifts, to the legislative caucuses, which is a grouping of legislators, but not into any one particular. And they also argue that they earmarked these donations to say, hey, do not use this donation, this money, to go toward any one individual's campaign. This is for research purposes. This is for educational purposes. And then also there was also earmarks in the lawsuit. There's examples of these checks saying that this money is earmarked for like golfing events. So we talk about the Texas Legislative Black Caucus, the Mexican American Legislative Caucus. They both have golfing events, and IGT was a sponsor. So some of that those monies that we see that was paid was strictly to be a sponsor for those golfing events. So we'll see. A judge will have to decide, who's in the right. Did IGT break this contract or violate the contract, or they find some clarity right now as to who's in the right, who's in the wrong.
All right, Dylan McKim, thank you again for following this for us.